Ever wonder how the top agents attract business instead of having to chase it? Today I want to share with you the exact steps, the step-by-step plan that you can do to attract that ideal client to your business. The business of your dreams is possible, and in most cases, it's a matter of getting to a place where business is coming to you instead of you having to go out and chase it. We're going to talk about some of those steps today that I've watched top agents over the years do that really leads to building that business of their dreams. If you're in a place where you're wanting your business to go to the next level, I would highly encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's going to give you the opportunity really to know when we drop new videos twice a week to help you grow your business. Also, make sure you hit that little bell. It's going to give you the opportunity to see that before anybody else. The first step I see agents take when they're looking to really attract business is they get on their radar. Now, there's a couple of different ways we can do this. The biggest thing is that you have to be seen to be recognized. So what is it that you can do to be seen? We've never had the opportunity to be recognized the way that we do today, whether that be through video content, utilizing YouTube, maybe you're doing TikToks, maybe you're doing Instagram Reels, maybe you're doing YouTube Shorts, whatever it is, utilizing that video content gives you the opportunity to be recognized more than ever before. Social media content, utilizing Instagram stories to drive things home. Literally, I was in on a call yesterday and I had someone mention to me that they had someone that reached out to them from an Instagram story they had posted that was not even connected to them on Instagram. So there's ways now that we're reaching different audiences when we put the type of content out that our ideal client is looking for. So make sure that you're getting on their radar. What's some other ways besides just the video content? Of course, we can utilize social media, but direct mail, geographical farming, it still works. Another way to get on their radar, get out there and make the calls on activities that are happening. When a house sells, don't just send a postcard, make a phone call and go out and just let people know about what happened in the neighborhood and say, I'd love to keep in touch if anything happens in the future that would affect your value. Would that be okay? Gather their information. Now that we're on their radar, now we can start building some opportunities to stay in touch with these folks. The next step after reaching out to them, getting on their radar, getting their email address is to add them to your database. The main reason we want them in our database is that this gives us the ability to systemize follow-up with them so that we stay top of mind and we begin to stay on their radar now that we've gotten on their radar. So we're going to set them up in our database. So once we've got them added to our database and we've got as much information as we can have about them as far as their family, their occupation, their the old Ford method, their recreation, what is it that their dreams are, whatever we can add to that database so we can remember who they are, the home they own, and where its location is. Now we want to go to step 3, which is to add consistent value. Now the best way we can do this is to set them up on an email that's going to go out to them with properties that are like the one they own, that are either coming on the market or getting sold, or also if they're potential buyers, having automated emails going out with properties that come on the market or have price reductions that fit the criteria they're looking for. By adding them to our database, by putting them in there and starting to add consistent value by the properties, and then also adding by having them as a part of our monthly email list that we send out, now we've got the opportunity to really reach out to them in a way that begins to build the trust we're looking for. The fourth step is to let them see themselves working with you. So how do we get to a place where they can begin to have a vision of themselves working with you and how it would benefit them? Best way to do this is by our recommendations and our reviews. Sharing those reviews. Now, I would just encourage you, when you're sending out your monthly newsletter to your database, make sure that you're including a couple of reviews every single time that goes out. Or maybe it's that you're going to post these things on social media. Make sure that every so often you're sprinkling in some of these reviews, some of these recommendations, making that client the hero, but having an opportunity for them in a social graphic or something to quote what it is that they've said in that review about how you took care of them. You see, one of the best ways to do this is to make sure that the reviews you do talks a little bit about that person. If your ideal client is, for instance, an investor, having the investor state that, as an investor, Jimmy helped me, whatever it is. As a first-time home buyer, Jimmy helped me. As someone that was transferred to a new area and needed to sell my home fast, Jimmy did whatever it is. You see, when you have the ability to really lay out exactly what the situation was that you helped the people in that review, and in that recommendation, now all of a sudden people begin to see themselves being a client of yours, seeing themselves envisioning the opportunity for them to be a part of your business. The fifth step is to be authentic. Now listen, if we're looking to attract business and not have to chase it, one of the things that we need to do is we need to attract the right people. When we post on social media, be yourself. Post about the things that you're interested in. Everybody has something that they're interested in, and maybe it seems quirky to you, but I'll promise you, by being absolutely authentic in who you are, you will attract the ideal clients. The more specific you are, the more specific the ideal client is going to raise their hand and be willing to work with you. Make sure that you're not putting on a front. Make sure that you're not faking it until you make it. Just be who you are, and you're going to absolutely attract that person you're looking to attract. The sixth step is to build relationships. Now, we build relationships through time and through trust. So what are the things that we can do that really could have the opportunity for us to go from a prospect we met to someone that refers to us as a friend, not just as someone that is just a real estate agent? The biggest thing I've seen now, and the easiest way, is to follow everyone or connect with every single person in your database on social media. Who are those people that maybe are in your database that you haven't connected with on social media? You see, by doing that and them seeing you posting information about yourself and your family and your life, all of a sudden now you're not just a real estate agent, you're a real person. You're someone that they can relate to. Also, by going in and commenting on the posts that they're making, or maybe liking or private messaging them and telling them, hey, it looked like you had a great vacation, hope you and your family are doing well. It's not always just about real estate. It's about building relationships, which leads to real estate transactions. So the next step in attracting your ideal client and absolutely having the opportunity for them to chase you down to give you business instead of you having to chase them is to build those deeper relationships. Do it through social media. Do it through being involved in events they're a part of, and I promise you're going to see your business grow. The seventh way to attract business is to give world-class service. Listen, once you get the opportunity to take a listing from someone that's been a prospect of yours, make sure you don't drop the ball at the 2-yard line. Go ahead and make sure that you give them the best service. Give them something that's even more than they expected. Make sure that you're communicating more than any other agent has probably ever communicated with them. Make sure that you're giving them more value, that you're absolutely doing more than you said you would do. And by doing so, they can't help but tell other people about your business. You see, when you get an opportunity to do business, that's the opportunity you've been looking for. Not just for that one transaction, but to leverage it in a way that you give such great service that you can't help but get additional business from that one piece of business. I hope this has been helpful, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. I specifically chose the video below for you because it builds on the one you just watched. I hope it's helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.